And for more insight into the NCAA issues, we're now being joined by Mr. Ewas Ibero, an aviation analyst. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, from the report we had, the lady said 2 directors who were implicated in the matter have been returned to office. What do you think is the rationale behind their return and the rest of the staff not being returned?
Well, I would not know in real terms what basically are the rationale, but I would want to think that when you consider the issue of the positions of the 2 directors initially, they were not people who were just people that were just coming into the system. They've always been in the system. They were supervisory officers, and basically they had the responsibility to carry out a duty. Now, to the extent that probably they may have been faulted one way or the other with regards to carrying out that duty, then the procedure is basically to call them to question. And if having been called to question, they were able to provide credible explanations, then probably the supervisory ministry could say, okay, on the basis of the fact that you have made clear explanations, okay, they might want to say a reprimand of one kind or the other, which may not be known to us, but they can be asked to go back to duty. For as long as they were not sacked, they were suspended pending an investigation and, of course, questioning. And if they have gone through the process of questioning and they have proved themselves to be unculpable, so to say, then...
So, shouldn't that also be the case for the other staff? I mean, if those who are the bosses can get recalled from a suspension, the other staff are still on suspension. No word whether they've been sacked. And even though, at least she said, the minister said they should be reabsorbed. Yeah,
basically there are 2 different scenarios here. The scenarios of the staff that were taken onto office and those that were already in the system are 2 different scenarios, and they're handled in 2 different ways. Now, with regards to the staff that were just recently employed, so to say, the procedure would be to go back and check how they were employed in the first place. Now, what does the civil service regulation say? How are they supposed to be brought into the system? Was there an advertisement? Was this with the understanding or awareness of the ministry? You understand? Did they apply for the process? Did they go through the recruitment process, of course, selections? Are they in the right field of expertise, so to say? These are a lot of issues that you cannot bring and put them side by side with that of the directors because they've already gone through this process over the years. You understand? Their case is a case of saying, I put you in charge of this. Have you handled it well? Peradventure, to my thinking, you've not handled it well. You come and you report to me why you did not handle it well, or if you handled it well and I have not seen how you handled it, then you explain to me, this was how I handled it within the context of the situation I found myself.
Despite the fact that the minister said they should be reabsorbed?
Yeah, no, the issue is this. Everything about the ministry is not verbal. The minister can say, reabsorb the people. It is not in the place of the supervisory officer in the Civil Aviation Authority to just reabsorb them. There should be a written documentation. Because if it goes into an issue of legality sometime in the future, and you go to court and you say, well, I reinstated them on the basis of a verbal directive, that won't hold water anywhere. Okay, so peradventure it has not been written out.
How should this matter be handled going forward?
Well, going forward, basically, I think the Civil Aviation Authority and the ministry need to sit down together, look at the process with which these people were brought in. Number 2, did these people actually go through the process of applying? If they did not go through the process of applying, then obviously they can't get that job back. That's the truth. Because if you did not apply for a job and you got the job by fiat, automatically you've not gone through the civil service procedure. So that number 1 has to be looked at. How did they get the job? Let's clear that side aside. Once that is cleared, the ministry and the Civil Aviation Authority should now say, okay, we have X number of people, I understand it's close to 200. These 200 staff, are they required? Are they in the right fields, so to say? Do we need them, so to say? Because the Civil Aviation Authority is a technical beat, so to say. All
right, thank you very much. We've been speaking with Mr. Ewas Ibero, an aviation analyst. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much.